Now we're going to talk a little bit about tires in general and tire maintenance. One of the important features of tire maintenance would be tire balancing. Now, you need to balance tires periodically because as perfect as tires and wheels can be, their weight is not distributed uniformly throughout their diameter. And when a tire is mounted on a rim, we get what's often called stack tolerance. In other words, a tire might have a slight imbalance in the distribution of its weight, and so does the rim. So what happens is if you have a heavy point of a tire aligned with a heavy point of a rim, you end up with a higher amount of imbalance. And when the tire is in rotation, a small amount of weight at the exterior of its diameter has a fairly noticeable effect on its ride quality. I think everybody's experienced a shimmy from time to time in their car when their tires have gone out of balance. Additionally, tires will come out of balance over time because as well manufactured as tires are today, typically there'll be a small higher spot in the tread, and that part of the tread will begin to wear more quickly than the rest of the tire, and the tire will gradually come out of balance. Now, balancing is done in many ways. In this case, this is a tape weight on the inside, what could be called a hidden tape weight or an inside tape weight. Now, balancing is done dynamically on a tire both on the inside and outside shoulder, preferably as close to the edge of the tire as possible. There are different types of balancing weights for different applications. This tire is using a tape weight, which is basically an auto-adhesive lead weight attached to the inside of the wheel. Other types of weights would be mag wheel weights, what we call clip-on weights, that would clip on the edge of the wheel. Now, mag wheels require weights to be used that are what we call coated weights, Teflon coated weights. And this is to avoid any chemical reaction between the lead and the material of the wheel, the aluminum of the wheel. The most basic type of balancing weight is typically used on steel wheels. This is a steel wheel. It is a non-coated lead weight. In North America, lead weights are still the most common balancing mechanism. In Europe, other materials are being used to diminish the effect of lead in the environment. Now, to get the most or the most performance and the most desirable durability out of any tire, it's wise to rebalance and rotate your tires at reasonable intervals. Rotation, simply said, the more frequent that you move your tires around your car, generally the more even the wear will be. Rebalancing should be done, well, typically every 10,000 to 12,000 kilometers in order to maintain the best wear and ride quality.